Good evening and welcome back, everybody. My name is Gamer017, and I am here for a lovely podcast of the Stags 28 versus Morashu race in the Magidrakee group. And I have a special treat. I am joined in the booth today by one of the runners, Stags28. How are we doing today, Stags?
I'm really excited.
Yeah, we're going to get this show running right off the bat. As we see, we are off and running. Let's see what's in these first three chests. We have a magic key. So second magic key, if we get some gold, oh, stones of sunlight, that's nice. We find some gold, that might be wonderful. And then, of course, our second magic key. So what were you thinking getting the double magic key start?
I thought, okay, excellent. At least maybe things will get a little bit easier. No immediate gold grind, but we'll see what we can do. And then save the key.
Save the key, always a good idea. So if there's no gold or anything good in this treasury, you can come back. But there is gold. So gold, wings, we have another set of wings, and we have an NPC at the current moment. Actually, it was 2 curse belts, and I take that back because of the lovely little the chest glitch. And it looks like you're going for that gold grind, at least a little bit of gold grind right off the bat. You're hoping there's a town close by, I assume?
Yeah, we hadn't seen outside, so thought, okay, well, let's see what this looks like.
And that is one heck of a swamp into one heck of a bridge up there. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so much for that quick 1,000 gold. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we can do here.
Yeah, it's like we have a small little stretch of land that we can kind of grind on here. Really I've seen a ghost, we've seen the blue slime here, so some easier enemies. I'm also seeing a little like a scorpion, which might be a little rough with our 5 strength at the current moment. And magicians as well. Yeah, this looks like a little rough start. Again, you've got some enemies that are decent, but if you need to get the right combination of enemies to get that next level and hope for that good that good strength boost, so we can take care of some of these other enemies, or at the very least maybe a heal spell of some sort so we can get through that swamp.
I'm getting some immediate traumatic memories.
Yeah, it's always fun to have the runner with us for a podcast, because especially in Seed, that apparently is going to be a fun one such as this. Yeah, there's little bits of land. You almost kind of wish this was a desert instead of plains, don't you? So you'd be getting these encounters faster.
Absolutely. The grass of plains, they're just the worst tiles for this.
If you can run so long, they've got the lowest encounter rate of any tile set in DWR or in Dragon Warrior, period. And just, you don't want to run in the swamp because you'll be losing hit points, as unfortunately a ghost sends you back home. But you're looking for that slime or that Drakey, and as the Morashu finds a slime, it's going to help. It's going to be a second XP, and yeah, it's going to be slow going to get to that level 2.
So right there, I was doing a little bit of thinking. Do I change builds?
And looking at the 5-string start, not a bad idea. Would give you that extra strength, which would help you take out maybe some of these ghosts. Got plenty of HP to do it. I mean, 27 HP, you can tank a couple hits from a ghost. There's a Drakey. Maybe Drakey? Nope, no loss of life, and they no hurt, which is not the worst thing in the world.
No, I probably should have tried Stop Spell on this.
Yeah, because it looks like they have a pretty high hurt percentage there, because it's nothing but hurt. Oh, there's our first attack.
Yeah, I was missing a lot of attacks there, but a stop spell would have given me a lot more time for that.
Yeah, Drakey only hitting for 2, 27 hit points. You're looking at least 12, 13 attacks of that Drakey before you would be sent back home, which hopefully is enough to get through. Meantime, Murashu does get to that level 2, 4, 3, 1, 1, no spells, and we're probably going to be sitting here for a little while longer. Yeah, you know it's bad when you're level 2 and that strength is still in that red zone. Making the most of it, uses that strength, takes out a ghost, picks up another 4. They go after slime, pick up another 1, trying to push our way to level 3. And again, I'm willing to bet thought process here, at least for me, would be get a heal spell.
Yeah, the stop spell was definitely the right play, and I just did not think of it at the time.
And it's understandable. You don't, especially with something like just hurt, you wouldn't think, oh, I should stop spell this. This will make life easier, especially at the lower part. But unfortunately, it's like when you're in the race, when you're in the moment, you're not thinking like that. Unfortunately. And then there's a full reset. I'm assuming this is going to be where you're changing your build.
Yep. Okay. New build now. New approach.
Yeah, went from that strength HP build to an agility MP build. Lowers some things off the bat, but gives you that 7 strength. That's going to help you take down some enemies real fast coming up here.
I find it humorous that I did the same door miss menu on that top key on both times restarting.
I mean, you were muscle memoried in the race. You remembered, oh, I need to check this door. Wait, that's not a door. Ooh. Okay, well, I mean, that's good for the Mirachus use that stop spell, because Drakeys, unfortunately, they also know heal more. That would have been quite sad.
Yeah, so I had a small little glitch in my internet there for a second. Now it's back. So I did save, and I did hang on to the key.
I've been going down here to check and see what's here. This looks like grave, if I'm not mistaken.
This is the grave.
Yeah, judging by the up-down, I'm getting better at recognizing caves in the dark, somewhat. Ooh, a metal slime. That would actually be perfect at this strength, because if you hit it, you're only hitting it for 1. But this will get you quite a bit of levels real fast if we can take it down. That's 2 hits. And there we go, 32 experience. Huge boon. That's going to get you some levels. But only 5 power after all that. That's not really what you want to see. In the meantime, Murashu still kind of focusing on these ghosts over here, trying to get up to, again, level 3, because right now we really, really want that early level. And another metal slime. How much were you looking at this going, this is about the luckiest thing that could have happened considering the starting area?
Well, a little bit yes, and a little bit how far behind am I for not having started this before?
And that's a very good point. You have no idea if your opponent is outside trying to grind on that grassland or if they had actually came down here as well and found these metal slimes. And there's another one down for another 96 experience. That's going to be another level for you. And there we go. 11 power, 7 speed, 1 hit point, 3 magic points, and the spell of outside. Definitely a big boon. Now we can actually hit things. And with the HP that it is at 31, might be able to get through this swamp. See, there's Murashu getting to level 3 as well. Probably going to be seeing this strength jump and, well, sorry, that's level 3. Level 4 is a strength jump. Probably wishing we got up there. And then finding out that scorpions have baby breath. That's rude. That's very rude, especially at a starting zone like this, and where we are, oi.
Yeah, so with that, I just did a death warp. No heal spells. Let's just see what we can fix.
Yeah, back to the outside here, and again, with the strength now at 19, definitely can go hit these scorpions, and we'll have to find out if you find out they have baby breath or not, or if you can get through them. There you go, get through 1 for another 16 experience. As Murashu is still having to focus on these slimes and drakees and ghosts at the current moment with that 10 strength. Well, that's cute. The magicians have stop spell, as if we had a spell we could stop.
I mean, they can stop us from chanting stop spell.
You could have a stop off. There we go. Another scorpion down for you. That's going to give you another 16 experience. Meantime, Murashu taking down another ghost, trying to work their way up. But that did give you level 6, which saw yet another moderate strength gain, as well as some good spells, and spell repel. So it's about this point you decide, hey, I think I'm okay to start trying to push out a little bit, or do you keep on grinding?
I think I did try to see how far up this went.
You gotta love the ghost dodges, and then you dodge the ghost attack. Always fun to see.
Almost through, and nothing.
Yeah, the dead end on the straight ahead, but a forest area, that's going to give you a little bit better odds of an encounter. Not necessarily the best of enemies up here. So far, all we've seen are the red slimes, but, you know.
Yeah, at that point, I might as well just take the death and head on back. So it was a very slow start on this one. theoretically, there's a possibility that maybe one of the runners sent a note of to re-roll at this point.
I mean, I wouldn't blame either runner for doing so, looking at this start, but looks like you might be able to get through this swamp. Oh, one tile short of being able to get through it. That is rough.
So, need a different approach. That's not working.
Got asking, was this big swamp then? And the runners wish it wasn't.
It looks like Mirashu's coming down here also.
We'll have to see if he gets lucky and finds one of those metal slimes that you found early on, or if he just kind of walks around and says, nope, I'm not ready for this. Looks like he's going to go after the chests up here. Get our first look at those.
These ones we found there were 3 gold. Gold is all it was up there.
Well, I mean, gold is going to be nice to buy keys, so...
But in all fairness, Math Girl, it was our second look at it.
Oh, I must have missed you making it all the way up there in the first time.
Yeah, I turned from there and went back and got bought out keys. And so I filled up on keys.
So not a bad idea at all. I mean, again, it looks like the grave might be the best place to do some grinding. Metal Scorpion, maybe not so much, but looks like you're going to try it. I mean, oh, nope, now you're saying nope.
Yeah, 2 wasn't going to get there.
Yeah, I imagine you're down here going, come on, give me some more metal slimes. I would love to see more metal slimes. That is not a metal slime, that's a red one. I'm going to kill you on the spike.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
There's probably also more of a, why can't you be outside the castle at the very beginning instead of, in here?
And things take a turn about right there.
I did not see what that pickup was, but chat is saying that was the armor. And that
was the armor.
Yeah, that would definitely be a game changer.
And as Angel points out, this was right around when someone sent a message saying, never mind.
Yeah, we're actually trying to make a break for the outside world, and you see 4 HP, that's not going to get you there. Yep, Marashi ends up a couple steps shy of this, but once you get out of here, which you actually do have outside, I'm assuming you're going for the 5th chest at the current moment.
Correct.
Yeah, but with the outside spell is going to make this very easy to get back out, and then that swamp is absolutely nothing to you because you now have armor. You laugh at the swamp.
Exactly. I don't laugh at metal scorpions with DL breath, though.
It's like scorpions learned from the metal scorpions learned from their brother, regular scorpions, and got themselves some baby breath as well. But you get down there, you find an herb. That herb would have been helpful when we didn't have the armor to get through that swamp. However, we have the armor now, and that herb's just going to be something we hold on to for a while. And here's where we're going to see some exploration.
Yeah, then I started wondering, and it occurred to me, wait, you have outside. Get out of here.
Yeah, but it looks like Tangerville's over by Bridge Central. We got bridges north and south. We've got this weird shaped little Florida, I guess, down here.
It's definitely a bit of a boomerang island, and it goes nowhere.
Yeah, so it looks like we're going to have to cross that little bridge, or we're going to have to keep going north. Looks like you're going to cross the bridge first, and hey, look, more swamp. Metro pointing out in chat, coordinates are going to be fun. If we get to coordinates, if coordinates are a thing. But yeah, right now, Marashi just still walking back and forth, still trying to grind. Whereas you're pushing out, you're trying to see what all is on the other side of these bridges, and that's not something we can take on right now, but thankfully still able to get away.
It looks like Marashu's one more ghost away from the next level. Here's a ghost. And level 6 for Marashu.
Up with that all-important spell of Repel, which is something you guys really don't want to use right now. But Marashi does.
Not really repelling anything.
Good point. I mean, 15 defense power is not. I mean, it'll repel those slimes and blue slimes, red slimes, but those weren't really helping you too much at this point anyway. So, guess no loss there.
It does leave scorpions, and those are, if you can get through them, it's good.
Answer question in chat. Armor is in grave chest number 5, and the grave chest number 4. Angel's right. And in the grave is below Tantagel. And honestly, I think if we had not had this 2-key start, this seed would probably be a lot more miserable than it actually started out to be.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, because without that armor, you see Marashu is still same level now as you Stags, still having to grind because 35 HP is not quite going to get you out of that swamp.
No, and then you still have the second and third swamps.
The swamps are like hobbitses. They want seconds and thirds. And it looks like we are finding another cave. Well, I should say our first cave, since I guess we don't count the basement of Tantagel, even though it was one. And we have the Vanilla Stones Cave, otherwise known as Freebie Cave, which gives you a fairy water. Well, that's going to be helpful. So far, this map looks like it's a lot of winding into just like single row paths and dead ends. I haven't seen much in the way of a nice big open area to explore. It's been a lot of corridors and as I said, just like single tile paths to go around.
Yeah, not a ton of decision making at this point yet.
As Marashu gets sent home once again by a scorpion. Again, looking at that 35 HP going, I still need to get more levels. Looks like he's going to go dive back down in the grave. We'll have to see if he decides to make a deep dive or not.
And the red dragon sends me back. So it was about this time that I was thinking I didn't have my list next to me, and I couldn't remember if I was setting up strength agility or agility MP. It looks like I got agility MP, and I was really hoping for the strength agility when I changed my builds.
Yeah, we'll have to see as we go on through the seed if that's going to end up having kind of hurting you in the later ons or not. Right now, at the current level, it doesn't look like it's changing pretty much anything. Maybe one extra agility, but that's not really anything you can do. Marashu finding those metal scorpions down, or metal slimes, I should say, and trying to take one down, but at this point, 15 defense power, they're going to run away from you.
You know, in hindsight, now that I think about it, my rebuild was to get more initial strength. So I guess maybe this was what I was trying to get.
Here we learn that metal scorpions have heal, which that's wonderful. And Marashi running into an armor knight down in the grave. That is not fun.
Yeah, he definitely did not get the same luck I ended up with there.
But he's down on the second floor and should be hopefully getting the armor. Well, I think I spoke too soon. That's a red dragon, and Marashi is not going to be getting the armor right away. Going to have to make another dive. Yes, a commentator's curse from a race in the past. What was this? When was this race? On the 7th, I believe.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Marashu's going to dive right back down into the grave. Don't blame him at all, especially considering the fact that we know what's down there. Looking like he's going back and forth, probably looking for that metal slime again. Don't blame him. That's a metal scorpion. That's not what you want. Oh, found the metal slime and it ran away immediately. But there you go, Dracuma's going to give you level 7, which gives us 6 power, 9 speed, 3 hit points, 7 magic points, and no new spells. So where are all the spells in this seed? Because apparently they don't exist.
You know, the game is Dragon Warrior and not Dragon Magician.
Good point. Very good point. Sorry, no spells. So no spell percent win. Yeah, Marashi just not getting any luck with these metal slimes. He's getting a hit or two in, and then they are running immediately from him. So he's going to still keep looking. Unfortunately, you find a Magiwyvern who says, no, you go home. Marashi finds one as well. We'll have to see if it does the same thing to him. Yep, it does. Marashu says, to heck with this, to heck with the grave for right now. I'm going to go back to grinding outside while I can, and we'll have to see how this goes. Right now, again, he doesn't know it, but the longer he stays out here grinding and doesn't keep trying to deep dive that grave for chest number 4, looks like the more exploration lead you're going to grab on him.
Yeah, there's no part of this that ever felt comfortable, as slow as the start was, and needing the rebuild, etc.
Yeah, I would imagine we're sitting at probably just about 30 minutes into the race, and you know you're level 7, yes, but you've got stop, outside, and repel. You've got the armor, and that's all you've basically seen.
And no towns anywhere.
Yeah, you've seen absolutely nothing, and it's like, where is anything? Did my opponent decide to, take that key at level 1 and dive down here immediately and get a lucky walk, down to that armor and is already out ahead of me? Did they go like a way I didn't and find something else? So much stuff probably running through your head at this point, and probably not being helped by getting sent home every couple steps by something a lot bigger than we can handle.
Yes, definitely uncomfortable.
Not to mention the fact, with nothing anywhere nearby, and as weird as this map is shaped so far, I can't even begin to think or try to calculate how many different zones we're passing through all this nothing. I mean, all the zones are kind of laid out on the map in a grid type formation, and just the way we have to weave around everything is just absolutely awful.
As an aside, golems have sleep.
That's never a fun thing. Unless you have the flute, then we can, I'll sleep you first. Yeah, I think one of the big things though right now is with the armor, it's enabled you to take some more fights and you're opening up an EXP leads. You got about 120 EXP lead at the current moment, in addition to all the exploration that you've got.
And, I think all of that was from metal slimes.
Yeah, 2 metal slimes will do that for you. I mean, it just absolute blessing in disguise to get you moving on this seed, get you those levels, and propel you to be able to get down to the armor and keep going from there. And we find yet another cave. So still no towns. This is going to be the second cave we found. First cave being the Vanilla Stones cave, and then we also found the grave. So we'll have to see what this one ends up being. And this would be Mountain Cave.
Yes.
So what's better than scorpions with baby breath? How about Magidrakees with baby breath? But we take it down, and we're good to go. In the meantime, Marashu unfortunately has to take another death warp because ran out of hit points, and we still don't have a way to heal. And unfortunately, you run into a red dragon in the mountain cave and have to get sent back home, which, again, every time we've pushed out, this is a lot of map to get through. You're looking at least a minute and a half, 2 minutes just to get back to where you were. And so far, we know pretty much every other path is nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot of winding. But I was able to see that some of that winding I did looped back, or appeared to loop back. I don't totally remember, but that sounds right.
That is a good thing to know. In the meantime, Marashu is pretty dang close to level 7 himself, so should be picking it up relatively shortly. He's going to see that nice little jump. And we'll have to see if he decides with the extra HP to try to push out and get beyond that first swamp, only to get the sad realization of the second one, or if he decides to drive back into the grave again. In the meantime, you sit here and take out this wolf for a nice low 40 experience. That is a nice boon out here. Getting some good stuff. There's level 7 for Murashu.
Yeah, I hadn't realized that I was defense breaking them prior to that previous encounter.
Yep, and then making good use of the one herb we got down there from grave 5. Give you that extra HP to get through this fight. Hopefully see this enough for nope. A little bit more. One more wolf would give you the next level, I believe.
No, I need 101 more.
That's right. 600. But it looks like there's a cave just north. We hadn't seen this yet, so this is your first time kind of coming up this direction. At this point, we know it's either going to be something free, as in Tablet Cave, or Jerk or Staff Turning, so we've seen both Mountain and Grave. And it's indeed Harp Turning Cave.
So being able to break these wolves has been very helpful at this point.
Yeah, 40 experience a pop, and they're not hitting you for more than 2 or 3, maybe 4 on a rare occasion. Yeah, definitely. That's going to give you a good amount of XP very quickly and really help us push up to level 8, and hoping we get something good at level 8. Also, no surprise here, but we have another long stretch of swamp to get to another big part of the continent. Meantime, Murashu appears to be heading back for another attempt at going through the graves. Going to pick up the gold chest first, I believe, and then probably, hopefully, try to dive back down again. There you go. This wolf will get you level 8. As Murashu unfortunately takes another death to a male scorpion with baby breath and gets sent back up.
But was able to get some gold there, and so is able to replenish keys.
Yeah, but there's level 8 for you. No strength, 24 speed though. That agility, 65 agility is absolutely magnificent at level 8. As these scorpions can no longer hit you. Yeah, if I saw that right, it's 0, 26, 1, and 2 on that level, which was crazy to think about. Oh, that running from an armored knight as if it was nothing.
Yeah, at level 8, that seems suspicious.
In the meantime, Murashu finally gets a metal slime down, picks up a nice 224 experience. Probably very, very happy to see that. Now is just 3 experience shy of level 8 himself. Not going to get here though, as unfortunately Drakima is going to spit some baby breath on him and send him home. That ghost really did not want to get hit, did it?
Now, Mirage is really close on the experience here.
Yeah, that metal slime really caught him back up real fast.
Considering a 20-minute difference between, at this point, getting the armor. And here's a town.
Yep, the first town that we have seen all day, and it's coal. I was expecting it to be Hawksness, the way this scene was going. But here we find a fairy flute. So those annoying golems that had the sleep, they're a thing you can take care of now if you want to. Right now, unfortunately, getting absolutely blocked by this NPC. Marashu getting absolutely blocked by this Magic Wyvern getting sent home again after trying to dive grave once again. The good news is, every time we make this grave dive, the doors are all still open, because we've never actually left Tantagel, so all those doors we open, stay open. I see you selling the 2 curse belts and buying up herbs and torches, I imagine?
Correct, and hopefully paying attention and can get the hand axe, which I don't remember if was there or not.
Now, I mean, I looked back over at Marashu's side to see how he was doing when you were looking at this, the shop there. Marashu found another metal slime and got 2 hits and it ran away. Looks like Marashu is decided, hey, I want to keep going for these metal slimes until I get lucky and get one. It's just going back and forth right here in front of the staircase. There's that hand axe person you were talking about. That's going to be a nice little bump to our attack power up to 47 now. But one thing I would ask, once you got to this town, considering how long of a walk it was, did you just, I'm sure we're about to see, but did you think about staying here and grinding for a little while and just going back into town to heal up after every time? Trying to kind of get some more levels, see if we can get one of those heal spells or one of those attack spells?
Absolutely. Metal Scorpions being here totally makes it palatable. The heal is not great, and the baby breath is not great, but if you can make it work, then it's a pretty decent grind, especially when their defense broken.
Especially if there's metal slimes around like that. Might even be able to get lucky and grab one of those during the grind as well. Magic Wyverns, not so much.
Yeah, I was very unhappy to see the fairy flute there.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Right now, Fairy Flute would be great for getting away from golems if we ran into any on the overworld. But right now, we wouldn't want to fight a golem because golems can one-shot us for the most part.
I think they would happily one-shot us, even.
But there's another metal slime from Marashu. Marashu has slingshot himself right back into the experience lead with that. Paying off, but we'll have to see if he can pay off with him getting down there to grave 4 and picking up that armor. But looks like wants to get level 8 first. Wants to see if we can get a heal spell. Unfortunately, we know it's going to be a big jump in agility, but not much else.
We got another town on my screen here, and it is Cantlin.
Oh, we're about to find out about these coordinates. $37 north, 112 east. So, what was your first thought seeing those coordinates?
My first thought was, is this the seed where I do my first reverse count?
I mean, that 112 east definitely leads to it. Yet, we find another town. We found Town Central over here, and it is Rimmildar. So, we have enough keys to route to 2 for right now. Plus, we can pick up some extra keys on the way, and we'll get to see what's in here. It's another fairy water. Meantime, Murashu is 1 experience away, I think, if I'm doing my math right. 1 experience from level 9. Might be 26. I'm trying to remember.
975 is the number.
76. My brain just not here today, apparently.
The middle slime grind is working out pretty well for it.
Yeah, definitely keeping, again, it's got the experience lead, which, considering the fact it has not left home at all, because physically can't, because of that swamp. I'm a little surprised he's not using Repel here to try to keep those slimes at bay and still just taking these scorpions. Oh, never mind, we're defense breaking the scorpions, so that would actually be not good. In the meantime, you pick up a wyvern kill, taking, using that hand axe to great authority, saying, "Look, I can take this down now."
I probably would not have swung at that if it had not ambushed me and hit me for 1.
That's always a great thing to see. In the meantime, you find another cave. Let's see if we get a chance to get to it. We do, and we find the jerk. So, unfortunately, the jerk is not going to be able to do anything for us. But very heads-up play, walking back into the jerk cave and doing some heal walking. That is absolutely heads up.
I remember seeing that in a race last year. And thought, that's a really cool move when the overworld is rough and you need some quick health.
Yep, in the meantime, you pick up your own metal slime right here for another 255 and level 9, which gives us 0, 4, 2, 10, and still no spells.
I mean, why would there be spells?
Yeah, this is rough, and Murashu, I have a feeling is going to be very, very upset when we get those no spells at level 9. Take back, Murashu just did get level 9. Got those no spells. It's like, all right, I'm going to try this grave again. There's got to be something down here that can help me. In the meantime, you finally get sent back home after quite a bit of exploration. Run into a red dragon. Decided to fight instead of make the attempt to run. Any reason there?
Yeah, I missed menu.
That is a very, very good reason. Good enough reason for me. So, I'm going to head back out. Have to make this long walk once again. But again, right now, level 9, we've got that 69 agility, we've got 47 attack power. We might not have spells, but we're able to do stuff. And there's doing your count. I love to see this. Doing the reverse count.
So at this point, I was trying to just pay attention to north-south walking.
And that's all you need right now with the reverse count, because you need to get to the far east of the map, and then you can count from there for your east-west. So keeping track of only the north-south and how you are there, if this pushes all the way out to that eastern edge, it'd be absolutely wonderful. Now, if the red dragons and other enemies will let you do it, that would be another story, as you get sent back home by yet another red dragon.
If this game were easy.
Looks like Marashu has settled back in for another metal slime grind. Sitting here picking up a Drakima that's on the way, but just going back and forth in that little area on the grave once again.
Yeah, 51 minutes in and still in that little home zone feels really bad.
I know I'm kind of the guest commentator here. I believe Marashu was hopefully trying to take in the booth here with it. And yeah, I would love to hear what he was thinking right now with, 51 minutes in and haven't even left the first island yet. I mean, that swamp just really, really handicapping everything.
With unfriendly enemies in the grave also.
In the meantime, you're pushing back out, trying to get out to that eastern edge if you can. Made it across that swamp bridge once again. Doing your count north again, trying to see if we can get to the 37 mark. There was a metal slime from Marashu. Unfortunately, it ran away. And there it is. There is the eastern edge of the map. So now we just need to count up to that 37 north and then back a couple steps and our prize is a green dragon. No. So it looks like it's on that little bit of stuff on the other side of the swamp bridge, is what I'm guessing.
Yeah, I made it all the way over there, and I think I was up to about 25 or 27 thereabouts north. And I really don't know why I'm going south at this point.
Oh, going south is going to be a little boon. It's going to find you a cave. I don't believe we've seen this one yet. Which, if memory serves, if we haven't seen this one, this has to be Tablet Cave.
Part of me thinks that this one was mountain.
Very true. Last time we came from mountain from the other side, so could be that and we just didn't see it. Armor Knights with Stop Spell. That's a little ugly, but looks like they have a pretty high percentage of it, so...
Yeah, with the armor, I really like seeing that they have deal 1 and stop spell for later. Not for right now. It doesn't help me at all right now, other than giving me more opportunities to run. But later, oh yes.
Yeah, once you get hurt more, that's two things you'd love to see on an armored knight. Because, like, okay, cool. Yeah, cast stop spell. Cool, that was fun. Here, have a hurt more. Oh, what, you want to cast baby breath? Here, have a hurt more.
EMP, any amount of money, thank you for the raid. Welcome to this debacle.
Welcome to Swamp Island, the Seed. We are doing a vodcast of Stags28 versus Murashu. We are 54 minutes in, 55 minutes in, give or take. And Murashu has yet to leave Tantagel. Murashu's right now trying to grind on metal slimes in the top of the grave. Unbeknownst to Murashu, he's tried to make it down there a couple times, but in grave 4 is Erdrick's armor, which Stags got a very, very good dive down, managed to get that armor, which was a real game changer, and was able to push out, thankfully, and get moving. Murashu still trying to grind, because I think, you know, as you see, we're level 9, and we've got Stop, Outside, and Repel, and that's it.
There haven't really been a ton of towns. I think this is that same cave that the Armored Knight got me outside of.
It does look like it, and now that we're coming from this angle, I do believe you're correct. I think this is going to be mountain. So, yep, there we go. We get into it. And, yep, light up the torch, which confirms it is mountain. There we go, magic key in mountain 1. But yeah, to catch anyone who has joined this race in progress, we started with super, super low strength. We had 5 strength at the start. To the point where Stags actually changed builds to get back up to 7 strength. So we could actually hit some things. And if Murashu ever decides to leave Tantagel, you'll get to see what was exactly outside if you didn't see it on Stag's screen a while ago when he got sent back home on the death. It's a swamp. You gotta go north of the swamp, get to a bridge, cross the bridge through a little bit more swamp into some forest. And if you follow the forest around to get out of that area, you find yet another big swamp. So, yeah, this one's, you want that armor. You want that armor suit.
And that third swamp is the one that has the red dragons.
So picking up the dragon scale here in Mountain 2, putting it back on immediately, that is going to give you 2 extra defense. There's yet another magic key. We're getting some good refunds. And another set of wings. Don't really care about that. But Murashu moving up north to this little forest zone up here. Going to see if we can get some better enemies to spawn. One of the things we were talking about early on was you've got the swamp and you've got grassland, which is the worst in terms of enemy spawns. I don't remember the word I'm looking for anymore, unfortunately. Encounter rates, that's what I'm looking for. And there's the token in Mountain 5. But I did point out earlier, Murashu doing those metal slimes down in that grave is still maintaining the EXP lead, considering the fact, which is amazing, considering we haven't taken, what, more than 15 steps outside of Tantegel on his side?
Yeah, I think he's had, I want to say 4 or 5 metal slime kills. Definitely a good approach.
Unfortunately, you got sent back home by a werewolf that knows sleep. That's going to be good to know for later. Yeah, looks like Mirashu's getting a little bit better encounters up here in this forest. Still getting some of these red slimes, blue slimes, but also getting some druids a little like, which is going to be a little bit better EXP gain-wise than all the little stuff we've been fighting. But yeah, Mascaro and Chat hitting the nail on the head. We're an hour into this race. Mirashu has not left the home island yet. It's one of those races, and it's not a Mascaro seed. As I said, this is a vodcast. I believe this was an Angel FM seed, and it's a good one.
Angel's prize for rolling this seed was getting to watch it live.
Right now, for Mirashu, we're just wondering what's going to be the magic level that gets him the ability to push over that hump and either get down to grade 4 or push out and leave this island. Probably looking for either heal or heal more, or if we get hurt more, might see him make another attempt at that grave dive.
Yeah, there's been only one healing thing at this point on his screen. Or he hasn't even been able to see it yet. It's in grave 5.
Yep,
And that was it.
Yeah, that lone herb down in grave 5 that Mirashu. If Mirashu could get to it, he'd have the armor already, which would be a huge boon. But here we find another cave. Oh no, we've seen this one. That's right, we got sent back to home. We've seen that one. That was the staff turning cave, I believe.
And I was able to get level 10 right there, and that had heal more.
So finally we have some healing, which is going to be huge right now. It'll be big for Mirashu because that'll probably enable him to get off this island for the first thing. But for you, it's going to be big because now if we run into these armored knights like this, or we run into other things, we can heal ourselves. And as you said earlier, with the stop spell plus the baby breath, these armored knights are going to be nice to grind on right now.
Yeah, swinging for 3, it's I decided to give up.
I can understand that. You're going to have too many times where that armor knight's going to decide to attack 3 times in a row, and you're just not going to be able to do anything with it. But get a little bit more strength, a little bit more attack power, then maybe we're talking.
So I think at this point I was resuming my push for the eastern zone and finding towns along the way.
Yeah, so this is Garenham. That other one's going to have to either be Hawksnest or Breckenary, because I believe those are the only 2 we have not seen as of this point. And then by process of elimination, I believe that this has to be Tablet underneath Garenham, because I believe that's the only cave we haven't seen. No, we haven't seen Swamp. Haven't seen the other side of Swamp yet either, so it's either going to be Tablet or a Swamp. And that looked like Swamp South, and I believe, judging by your exit cast, that is indeed Swamp South, and that brings us out to the eastern border. And I love the searches right here, saying, you know, this is the far east border. Let's see if we get lucky and happen to be on the right north-south line, even though we don't have any way to check. But Marashi did pick up level 10, got that heal more, and was finally able to push off of the main island an hour 4 in. Just crazy. It's going to make it through the second swamp and find the third one. And this desert seems to be filled with golems.
Golems, ambush.
That one's going to send you back home, and you'll have to make this walk all over again. So Marashu getting through the third swamp and finding it was a dead end and having to come back the other way. On the bright side, with all the grinding we've been having to do, we've got the MP to cast Heal More a couple times.
Yeah, the good news is when you get it, you'll be able to use it.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet at this point Marashu's probably saying, you know what, I'm not even going to try to go back in the grave. It is, you know, I've just been absolutely taken care of in there every single time. I'm going to wait and come back to it later once I have a hurt more, or even just a regular hurt, something that can do some actual damage. Unfortunately, as I said, we know here in chat, if he dove down there, he would have been able to find that armor in chest 4 and possibly, you know, save himself a whole bunch of heal mores.
There's just so many red dragons out there too.
Yeah, it feels like there's just red dragons everywhere in this seed. So they're down in the grave, they're in the mountain, they're on the walk trying to get out of anything. Yeah, imagine at an hour 7 in, you're still kind of exploring the overworld. You're just now getting back to Garanham or whatever town this is, which just ends up being Caitlin again. So we must have just missed Garanham last time you were up this way.
Yeah. So I think I looped around in the other direction around those mountains.
So we got some decent gold. We're going to check out the shop here. Don't decide to buy anything right now because we've got a very nice defense number actually. In the meantime, the NPCs are forming a good offensive line there to prevent you from moving on. And I like that play. Goes in there, you know the gold chest is there, picks it up to give you that extra boost of money to pick up that broadsword. So Marashu got sent home once again, and this time has decided to dive back into the grave again. And it looks like we're still on that metal slime grind. In the meantime, you work your way through that swamp cave again, trying to figure out what's all over here, find the golems. Meantime, Murashu has found another metal slime, one that has not run away yet, so maybe having a chance. Nope, there it goes.
So right about here, I was thinking maybe I did the left side of the count incorrectly.
I decided to go down the second line. Let's see if it's possibly here, and there it is, and that is the big stick. So a little sad that you just picked up a broadsword and didn't pick up the big stick, but well done getting the coordinates there.
Yeah, so at this point with the sword and the armor, I was feeling a little bit more comfortable, especially not needing to get the princess for it.
Yeah, that's a big time save, especially considering how far away Tantagel is. Having to walk get the princess back there and then walk back here would be absolutely horrible. Blue Dragon, great crit on it, but it didn't have to heal more. That's gotta suck.
It seems kind of par for the course, actually.
Yeah, if anything, this seed has shown us any combination of bad things, all these enemies are going to have it. In the meantime, are you trying to work your way back out to Garanham, or are you going for the spike tile here?
I believe this was working my way back out. I full cleared the second continent there.
Gotcha. So you know there's nothing else on the other side of Swamp that you could absolutely need.
So my thought here was, let's find Hawks. Let's see if we can get the harp. Things are moving.
Speaking of, we go just to the north. Here's another town, and it's Breckenary. Thanks, Breckenary. We'll see you later. Yeah, as Arnex in chat pointing out, for the gear discrepancy, the XP is very, very close, and that is pretty much because of Murashu's metal slime kills. I'm willing to bet Murashu might be in double digits on metal slime kills by the end of this seed, the way things are going. But in the meantime, you do come across Tablet Cave, so this is going to be a nice free check. And it's just a torch refund.
There really is just never anything in that cave until there is.
Yeah, we're going ahead and picking up a scorpion. Again, Murashu seems to have come across a lull of metal slimes. You've managed to take about a 1,100. Or not, sorry, not 1,000, 100 experience point lead, I believe.
Yeah, it's a pretty small experience point lead. In looking at it, the exploration factor is a bit different.
Yeah, whereas you have a little bit of an EXP lead that Murashu's been kind of trading back and forth with you as you unfortunately take another sleep death to this werewolf. you've got the exploration. You've been able to find all the towns except for Hawksness. You have found every single cave. You have searched every single cave. At this point, you know for a fact that Harp has to be in Hawksness because you've seen everything else. Well, the only thing we have not found at this point is Sharlock.
And here's hoping that will be fun too. At this point, I don't really remember.
I mean, the early game here definitely, I would imagine by the time you get to this point, you're going, I don't even care, just get me through this, please. Pretty please. In the meantime, Murashu finding another metal slime. We'll have to see if we get another metal slime kill here. Nope, runs away. And the blue dragons here, you remembered the stop spell. And they seem to have a pretty high percentage of hurt as well. So just kind of trying to heal through it and see if we can get lucky with those hurts and then attack when we do.
Yeah, anything pretty much. Just throw it. If it sticks to the wall, great. And there's getting lucky on a low roll from the dragon.
I mean, considering all this seed is thrown at you, it's good to get lucky sometimes like that. And there's yet another one.
Okay, Murashu's down in that second floor again. And another red dragon. Oh, gets away.
We've got 74 agility at this point. Should be able to get away from those dragons. About a 50-50. And it looks like it is going to get to chest number 4 and is going to pick up that armor. And it's probably saying things on stream that we can't repeat on restream. And immediately gets Death Dwarfed back out. Not even going to get a chance to get down to grade 5 and pick up that herb. But at this point, Murashu, with that armor, I guarantee is going to go running and going to go try to explore. In the meantime, you've picked up a metal slime on your side, got one hit on it, and it runs away.
Feel bad there too. Finally get away, and then can't get through the magic wyvern.
I mean, that's, as you said, that's probably par for the course on this seed so far. All that is like, yes, I can finally do something, and you get a couple steps away and get sent right back home once again.
And the downside with having such great agility is now you have the armor, and your defense is 65, and now you're repelling just about everything you could grind walk.
Yeah, the only thing you're running into is these big-time enemies, the red dragons, the magic wyverns, golems, stonemen, werewolves who can still sleep you. As we see, he gets into the second swamp and finds a red dragon, he gets sent right back home. In the meantime, you're taking on this wizard. You're going to take it down. Any reason you decided to take it on instead of trying to run from it at this point?
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed that. One more time.
The wizard there. You burned about 3 heal mores on it trying to get trying to fight through it. Is there a reason you decided to fight instead of run?
I just figured that I could outlast it with heal mores and be able to take it down and get the XP. Just anything.
I mean, not a bad idea right now. Getting the XP and trying to get levels. Still looking for that hurt more, that heal, that hurt, that sleep, that radiant. Could this be the seed that we had to go all the way to 16 to see another spell? Meantime, we got dueling metals on our screen right now. Metal Scorpion from Marashi, Metal Slime for you.
Glass.
Yeah, Marashi's still on this Metal Slime grind. Very, very... I mean, right now, I do not blame him at all. He's made 3 attempts to get out of the zone that we're from, where Tantagel is. And all 3 times has been sent back home by either a Magic Wyvern or a Red Dragon. And yeah, we're up to a combined death counter of 50 deaths right now.
And I think that's not counting the pre-reset rebuild deaths.
Yeah, so we can tack up another, probably, what, 5 or so?
Oh, maybe 10. There were a lot.
Yeah, so this seed's early game was absolutely horrid. To answer Brian Williams' question in chat, Stag started out with a strength HP build, and about 5 minutes into the seed, completely restarted with a agility MP build, so we actually had some strength, so we could actually get some fights in and maybe get a level, which we were able to do.
And, you know, the extra agility in there probably helped with running from some of those enemies in the grave on the route to getting the armor.
Very true, but in the meantime, we take out a golem to pick up level 11, and there's the biggie. There's Hurtmore.
So with all the gear, and now both more, this just feels like run, 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 find hawks, run, 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 run.
So at this point, with everything that's happened, knowing that starting zone, knowing what was there, do you still feel like your opponent's probably on step with you? Do you feel behind? Do you feel ahead? I mean, you said for yourself you never felt comfortable the entire seed. Did any of that change at this moment?
No. I still felt relatively behind because of needing to do the restart, or choosing to do the restart anyway, and then being able to find the armor. I mean, even that was 20 minutes in, although it turned out to be an hour earlier. I felt that I needed to catch up pretty strong.
It looks like you're heading in the direction of Garenham and Cantlin. Any thoughts of checking the spike tile over in Swamp Cave for something to grind on now that we've got to hurt more, or are we still thinking of looking for Hoxus?
No, definitely thinking right here, refill keys, and then I think you're gonna see Garenham in the swamp next.
And to answer a question in chat, we did do a reverse count for that sword. Stags had to kind of walk up and down a little bit to make sure we got the north-south right, but was able to do the reverse count for the east-west and was able to find the sword. So all this time, all these levels, you finally get a blue dragon, you cast Hurtmore, and of course it doesn't hit him. Math Girl asking a question, how do you make sure you're on track for a number that isn't being reversed? Well, you don't. You just guess and hope.
Yeah, for this particular one, I was doing a north-south count and had had exhausted all of the north that I could go on the east side. So when I saw the east shore on the second continent, I thought, okay, maybe this is the spot. And if it is, it's going to be in the bottom half of that continent, which is why I checked there.
Meantime, we see you heading down into Swamp Cave. You check your spells to see... nope, we don't have Radiant yet, so we're having to use a torch. And we immediately got stopped by a blue dragon again. Who sends you home? So that is yet another metal slime on Marashu's side, and another one that runs away. Yeah, so whereas we might be in double digits for metal slime kills on Marashu's side, we might be into, you know, the mid-30s of metal slime running aways.
Yeah, the encounter rate in there is pretty solid. It's not a horrible grind. They're just going to be running away so often now.
Yeah, but at this point, Marashu's only about 50 experience away from level 11, which we know it gives that big hurt more. Probably going to be very happy to see that. I wouldn't be surprised to see Marashu push out again once we pick that level up.
So after this race, that's when I started asking the question about if landing the fairy flute changes the stop spell landing percentage for the golem. Because it seemed like every single time that I used the flute, the stop spell hit completely for the golem.
And that's going to get you up to level 12. 17 hit points is nice. 7 magic points is nice. No strength, though.
What would we need strength for here?
In the meantime, Marashu, picking up level 11, sees that hurt more and immediately leaves and says, okay, it's time to go. Yeah, but this is one heck of a thing to see. You're at level 12, and our MP is more than our HP.
And as things were building, I didn't know how quickly things would be building for Marashu either, because I changed builds.
Correct. So with the HP strength build, you might have had a bigger jump somewhere online.
Yeah, I'm looking at 63, but it could easily be, pushing 70. I don't actually know all of the math for that off the top of my head.
Neither do I. It's too late in the evening for math anyway. But here's Marashu finding a blue dragon. He's going to cast Hurt More, or Heal More. not you, Math Girl. I don't mean that. He casts Hurt More, gets through the blue dragon. He's going to pick up the nice 180. And again, getting that Hurt More spell probably huge from Marashu. It's going to enable him to really push out more. And it's about to find his first, the freebie cave, which we know is going to be, I believe, the fairy water. But there's a small shield purchase on your side. And was there any thoughts of trying to, again, knowing that we had the gold grind available in Tantagel, if you wanted it, to maybe pick up a gold grind and go for that silver shield if we could find it in one of these shops? Or did you say all these towns are just too far away, there's no way I'd make it with that much money on me, let's not even try?
There was definitely concern about getting to a town with gold. But I mean, this is me thinking, gotta run, gotta get stuff, gotta run.
Yeah, I imagine in your mind right now this is a race to Hoxess, but that's not Hoxess, that's Sharlock. But still good to know where that is. And it's pretty close to Garenham and Cantlin, so a good jumping off point when we're ready to make our dive. I love the little two bridges there, just above Sharlock of desert. It's like two Swarco bridges. Meantime, we find in this windy map yet another one of these little single tile walkways. Doesn't lead to anything, though. I mean, that's been the story of this map. It has been just windy and single tiles all the way through. As you get level 13 for 5, 2, 1, 8, and Hurt and Radiant. Red Dragon leaving you with 1 HP to get away with. You gotta love when that happens, especially when you're just deepening your exploration.
Oh yeah, I was starting to tilt a little bit with how tough everything had been.
If I don't blame you, an hour and a half in, as difficult as that start was, you're probably going, I just want this to be over by now. Why is this not over? Why am I still running this? What's going on?
Yeah, right around this time, I was starting to look at the race room. Like, okay, was this more jettable? Keeping an eye on whether Rashu had finished.
And diving into that cave, is there any reason why we'd already been in all the caves? Just we forget which one it was and trying to figure out where we were.
Yeah, I couldn't remember everything, so I thought, okay, let's get some bearings.
I mean, considering how this seed has gone, it's very, very understandable. And considering how much this map just winds around. Trying to figure out, okay, which cave was this? So where am I? Okay, I must be in this area of the map. Probably a very helpful thing.
And, I haven't seen the harp, so I need to remember, get that little refresher. Where's the Staff of Rain cave? Where's the Jerk cave? Just these little things to remind me.
There's the silver shield. I feel like Breckenridge is definitely a little bit too far away to try to make a run for with silver shield money in our pocket.
It seemed a little uncomfortable.
Especially with sleep werewolves right outside. And Murashu getting the unpleasant coordinates there and going, you've got to be kidding me.
After all of this, you're gonna do that?
Part of me wants to believe that somewhere Murashu just woke up in a cold sweat going, I sense a disturbance. In the meantime, you end up finding another golem here in this desert. Using the fairy flute, are we going to try to take it out once again? Yep, there's the stop spell. Gets the block. And it's going to make this golem pretty darn free. Well, except for the attacks.
If it wants to chant sleep a lot, I'm going to let it.
It does seem to have a pretty high percentage. Let's see, what does our golems have? 50% sleep, 25% DL1. That's actually not that bad a combo for a golem. And you see, its stop resistance is actually rather low. It's 1 in 16, so not too bad of a chance for that stop spell to be hitting every time.
Okay, well that makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah, it's sleep that the golems are really resistant to. That's why I had to use the fairy flute on those.
Alright, so Murashu has gone past the jerk cave and appears to find Hawk's Nest. There it is. So I got sniped by a red dragon after I found the jerk and did not get to see this.
Yep, and it looks like it's just a green dragon on the spike tile, which is not going to be too difficult. Well, they have Hermore. That could be a little bit rough, but still not all that difficult. Murashu's going to be able to get through it in one shot. It's going to pick up what we know is going to be the harp. Oh no, that wasn't the spike tile. That was before the spike tile. Now it's a green dragon on the spike tile. Okay, Brian Williams in chat reminded so that was the spike tile, just Murashu forgot to check, which, as I said, we know it's going to be the harp. It's the only thing it can be at this point. So that gives Murashu the harp and the stones, and I don't believe Murashu has found Garanham. Was over in the Cantlin area, but I don't think I actually saw Garanham himself.
Yeah, Murashu did the same routing that I did and went up and saw Cantlin, but missed it probably 2 or 3 squares off to the right.
Yeah, so yep, there we go. Top corner of the map there for Murashu. It's going to have to dive back down the other way to get to anything else at this point. In the meantime, there you are finding Hawk's Nest, knowing full well this is going to be your harp. Just got to get to it. In the meantime, Murashu finding the back of Sharlock. And now that we've been able to kind of push out a little bit, definitely getting levels a lot easier, definitely being able to get through things a lot easier. It seems like the back half of this seed, at least so far, has not been too bad. For you, though, we still got Sharlock to deal with, and as everyone knows, anything can happen there in Sharlock.
Yeah, golems have sleep, red dragons aren't fun. There's a lot of tough in this one.
Looks like you're trying to grind up to 14 here on these dragons while you still have the MP. And there you are, level 14. We're going to have 2, 5, 33, 5. So our HP now is nice. Brian Williams, the other grind spot is those metal slimes in Grave. I don't think anyone's checked the spy tile in Swamp at the current moment.
Correct. I have not, and I don't think Marashu has found Garanham yet.
No, Marashu has not found Garanham. Does not know where the Swamp Cave is. Missed it by a couple steps. But at this point, you've got to be feeling, okay, with this HP jump, let me go ahead and just start taking out these reds for the 350 so I can pick up some more strength. Because at the current moment, strength is going to be our lagging stat. Still sitting at only 92 attack power. We can't even damage the Dragon Lord at the current moment.
Yeah, and this is where I was starting to feel bad about the build. You know, was that the right move? I mean, if I knew that the armor was down below, and then I would get a couple of metal slimes, maybe not, but in the moment it certainly seemed right.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to play a gamble and say, okay, look, I'm not getting anything done on this current build. I need to make the change and see if I can get something, pick things up and see if I can get going. And thankfully, this was able to get you going. And again, hour 41 in, race not over by any means, but you definitely had the exploration lead, and you've built up quite a big EXP lead at this point as well.
Yeah, and I mean most of that really is having the armor for 55 minutes more.
Yeah, the triple swamp you had to get through to get out of the tangential area really, as I said, put a hamper on both yours and Marashu's ability to get out. And finding the armor really propelled you to be able to get out faster and push out and do more. But there you go, finding the staff, the Harp-Turning Cave, picking up the staff, probably making a beeline, I imagine, back to the Jerk, and then trying to figure out where you want to grind at.
Yeah, I was kind of liking seeing all of the golems and red dragons on the overworld. I mean, it's a matter of outlasting them, but I thought I could.
Yeah, I mean, the golems with that stop spell was doing absolute wonders. 50% sleep, 25% baby breath, definitely survivable, and that's 350 experience each. Same with the red dragons, 350, just having to survive their fights. And if you happen to get close enough to a town that's got them nearby, it makes life a lot easier. You can just run out of resources, go in, take the in-stay, come back out, and run back around again. And Brian Williams, 42 in chat, bring up a good point. Feels like a Death Necklace seed if you ever get close to Ghost Stats. Knowing that you've seen everything in the overworld, that Death Necklace has to be in Charlock. Is that on your mind at the current moment, or is right now you're just thinking, let's grind and see where we end up?
At this point, it wasn't in my mind at all. It was, let's just get to go mode stats, and if I need the Death Necklace at that point, we can consider something, but it was just get the stats.
Yeah, but as you said, plenty of overworld monsters. There's reds, there's golems, these armored knights, the blues, the greens. We've seen so many good tier monsters just on the overworld that we've been able to grind on. It's been very easy to come by experiences again once we were able to get out of that Tangential area.
Yeah, the armored knights with stop spell and baby breath are very welcome on my screen.
Yeah, but then buying a large shield and probably saying this is going to be the best I can get, best in slot for my equipment here. I'm just going to have to go with that and get you up to 82 with defense at the current moment. Now I'm curious, with the agility MP build, depending on what level we had to go to, we could see an agility up in triple digits, which is something we don't see very often.
To be honest, I don't even remember how that played out, so I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, 88 agility already. With that build is going to be able to kind of jump, and there might be an even bigger jump at some point. But there you go. You're finding the jerk once again. You're going to be able to pick up that rainbow drop, and then you got to make a decision. How do I want to proceed from here? In the meantime, Murashu finally finding Garanham was able to get over just a little bit. He's going to stay at the inn, going to go into the back, and find that swamp cave and probably be very happy. Meantime, the Red Dragon sending you home.
Yeah. I didn't think it would be able to hit that hard, and it did.
And there's Murashu realizing, oh, I'm in Swamp Cave using the outside spell, and pops out into the second continent. Only to immediately be accosted by a Red Dragon.
So here, having the sword is just a huge advantage, because I can actually attack these reasonably.
Yeah, you're able to fight your way through, whereas Murashu's got to focus on healing and then trying to run. Unfortunately, does not get away. That's going to be death number 30. We're at 55 combined deaths on this seed at an hour, just shy of an hour 50. At this point, Murashu looks like probably going to go refill keys, but also might go down. I don't think they've ever gone back for that 5th chest and grave. I wonder if that's weighing on their mind, if they might take another dive down there, try to go for that 5th chest.
And that looks like a hard no.
Nope, looks like we're going to just kind of keep pushing back out. Probably saying, look, I just got to the other side of the swamp. I need to see what's over there. Probably going to try to beeline it right back to Garanham. In the meantime, you take down another Red Dragon, pick up level 15. That is 7, 1, 18, 5, and heal. So everything but sleep. Though I'm a little sad at that only 1 agility. I would have loved to see that number grow bigger. Meantime, Murashu heading back to the harp turning cave. He's going to turn in their harp, pick up their staff of rain. Says, you know, since I'm over here, might as well. Not a bad idea. In the meantime, Murashu finding Mountain Cave and immediately gets run into by a red dragon again. It's like, as you were saying, those red dragons seem to be everywhere this sea. There doesn't seem to be a place you could go and not find one.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I'm out over in the swamp, and I'm trying to find golems and red dragons.
And doing so with a pretty good efficiency, too. But yeah, chat having a discussion about the mapping, and that we've seen a lot of interesting maps so far this tournament. This one definitely being one of the most incredible, with the way it just weaves and bobs, and yeah, it's been something else. Murashu finding the dragon scale down in mountain. He's going to be checking these other chests as well.
I'm trying to remember where the token was. I can't remember if it was this 5th chest down here.
I feel like it was, if memory serves, but we'll have to find out in a second. Yep, there's the token. So, for everything that happened in this seed, Murashu ends up with all 3 homework items at about the hour 50 mark. Little over. Is going to be sitting at about 4,000 XP behind in the XP race at the moment. But otherwise, knows where Sharlock is, just needs to find the sword, but knows that that's more than likely going to be on the coordinates. And then knows where Sharlock is, just needs to get down there. So you know things are bad when you crit a Warlock and it's still only double digits. Meantime, Murashu finding coal where I believe was the fairy flute.
Which has been very useful in this one.
Yep, immediately casts Return and starts their walk again. I was going to say, I don't remember if Murashu saw golems in this close front area. Might be thinking, hey, I want to kind of do a grind on these golems, how do I get the flute? But nope, looks like they're still just trying to push. So you're taking a refill on herbs and a torch. And I think we might be getting a swamp spike tile check as we welcome in the Raiders from NES Cardinality. Welcome on into this podcast of Stags versus Murashu, originally raced on the 7th of this month. In quotation marks. To catch everyone who has been coming in from Sorry about that, folks. Looks like the volume decided to have some fun for a second. To catch everybody up who's coming in from the raid, this seed started out on Swamp Island. Tangential was on an island with a swamp. Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh for the music. On an island with a swamp, you could not get off the swamp. The swamp was too big, you couldn't get away. The key differences in this seed is Stags managed to get down to the bottom of the grave. Grave 4 had the armor, and that enabled him to kind of move off and start exploring. Murashu, every chance they tried to dive the grave, which the grave was underneath Tangential, we started with a duplicate key. And we had gold in the top 3 chests of the grave. So, we were able to buy keys, able to get down to the grave. Grave had a whole bunch of red dragons. Murashu never made it to chest 4 because kept getting stopped by something. Red dragon or otherwise. Only way Murashu stayed close in XP was metal slimes, which this is 16 for Stags here. We've got 1, 2, 0, 8, and of course sleep, and we're probably going to be grinding a couple more levels. Murashu got quite a few metal slimes, which enabled him to keep kind of pace on experience. However, once Murashu got hurt more, was able to dive back down into that deep grave and pick up the armor and push out. And has since been losing ground on experience. The Stag has picked up all the items, has a drop, knows where Sharbox is, and is now grinding up to level 17, trying to see if we can get some more strength. Because right now, we're still not damaging the Dragon Lord. Yeah, it looks like Murashu's going for a princess rescue to get those coordinates. Oh, as you can see on the coordinates on the bottom of your screen, 112 east. So Stags ended up finding the sword there by doing a reverse count. Went as far north as he could on the eastern border and wasn't far enough north, so figured it has to be on that second continent. Went to the second continent, reverse count back, and then just started walking north and south until we stumbled upon the sword.
And that had a huge impact on the experience also.
Okay, Underdog 1986 in chat saying, at this AP we can tickle the Dragon Lord. I think it's more of a no damage has been dealt situation.
And sitting here, going for extra levels, continuing to curse the rebuild and changing of the build.
Yeah, Stags ended up didn't have to, but ended up restarting the seed about 5 minutes in, changing builds from strength HP to agility MP just to get that extra 2 strength to be able to get some early levels. And really, the agility build probably made all the difference in getting down to that chest down in Deep Grave. Meantime, it looks like Murashu, after rescuing the princess, is trying to go out and find the far eastern edge of the world, and then try to use the Gwen positioning system to find that sword. It's going to be sorely disappointed when we get to the far east and realize we can't go far enough north. But it looks like it's going to try to fight this golem. With the fairy flute in hand, not a bad idea. Unfortunately, the golems don't sleep, and they have DL2 breath. Or not DL2, DL1. Sorry, baby breath. You gotta be feeling some certain kind of something. Looking at your HP and MP, 115 max HP, 100 max magic points, and yet 60 strength.
Yeah, I was really thinking this is probably going to go 18 or 19 levels.
We saw a race earlier where quite a few of the runners went up to 17. Granted, 16 and 17 gave them no strength, but went that high. And yeah, some of these seeds have been just absolute horrible generation on one particular stat, whether that be strength, whether that be hit points, whether that be magic, whether that be agility. And some runners having to, go in and make the choice. Do I want to grind out farther? Do I want to go get an extra level or two? Do I want to take the time to try to get this stat back up? Or do I want to, is it something I can go without? Unfortunately, this is a situation where you can't go without strength. You've got to have the strength to damage the Dragon Lord. Because even if we have a inventory full of Fairy Waters alone aren't going to cut it. Mathro pointing out in chat, hurt more strats are a thing. You don't want to go down there and try to rely on hurt more strats.
Rashu there getting the bad news that the continent caps out at 22.
We're sorry, your coordinates are on another continent. All of a sudden, Marachi decided to cast Return instead of trying to walk back. Meantime, that was level 17 for you, and it looks like it was a whole whopping 5 strength.
Woo!
Yep, I see you saying, yep, nope, that's not enough. Let's keep going. Though, to be fair, now we can tickle the Dragon Lord. Granted, we're only doing 1 to 2 damage, but we can tickle him.
So, at this point, I am getting curious about the Death Necklace, because I am at 128 HP.
Yeah, it looks like Marashu has figured out to stop spell the golems to prevent that sleep, and is starting to grind up on them. So going to be able to get that good 350 experience off each one of those if we continue kind of trying to find them. We've got a question in chat saying, is this going to be a 3-hour seed? Ryan is fine. It doesn't feel that long now. We have the armor. We had the armor 2 hours ago. Rashu getting a crit on the golem, employing the just crit strategy. Love to see it.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't remember if I ended up forcing a late gold grind for the shield. But I can't imagine any way that I would do that at this point with 86 defense.
Yeah, it feels like that's probably not going to be necessary to get that extra bit of defense. If you come across the gold naturally, considering you're right next to Caitlyn, you might consider going over to pick up a silver shield. But otherwise, yeah, I don't see trying to set up a gold grind or anything like that for it. We'll be interested to see. We're looking at an agility up to 92 now. I haven't seen that big jump since we had that 33 back in level, what, I think 8 or 9?
Yeah, it was a while ago. There hasn't been a lot. I mean, I'm on 17 and have 23 more than Murashu at 14, and he has the HP build. I think one of these there was 18 or something like that for me, which is a decent chunk, but isn't going to change the game.
Yeah, the funny thing about the 92 agility is I'm not sure what the actual math is. I'm sure if Beta Strep happened to be in chat, would be able to let me know, but you're probably better than 50-50 to run from Red Dragons and Armor Knights at the current moment with that high of agility.
Yeah, I don't know the math either on that, but I want to think that I would be fighting them just because I can.
Angel FM in chat saying slightly above 50%. It looks like we're about halfway to level 18 over on your side at the current moment. And this is going to be one of those things, it's very rare to say, but you have almost opened up a 10,000 experience point lead over Murashu.
It just seems unfathomable.
Well, I'm thinking it's like the most I think I've ever seen is like about a 4,000 or 5,000 experience gap. Yeah, 10,000 is just huge. You never see something go that high. Murashu getting to the other side of Swamp Cave gets the good news that, hey, my coordinates are over here. We're going to double check Gwalen. Find probably, I think, in a, like, one off. Yeah, one off. And pick up that sword.
Up to NG dropping in chat. This is still going? Yep, this is still going.
On the bright side, the deaths have stopped. We've been sitting at 25 and 30 deaths for about 30 minutes now. But there is level 18 for you. It is 11 power, 1, 1, and 6. That's the power jump we've been looking for. Still not quite enough, but Death Necklace would help here.
At this point, I don't remember if I continued on this grind, but I needed time at the very least to think.
Yeah, I don't blame you at this point. You're coming down. You just picked up 18, and you're still only at 116. You're still only doing 4 to 8 damage to the Dragon Lord. You know the Death Necklace is in Charlock somewhere. You don't know if it's in the treasury, in the pyramid, or if it's at the judge's table. And as long as this seed's been going, I imagine there's been lots of looks over at the race room going, have I lost yet? Have I lost yet? Have I lost yet?
For a solid 30 or 40 minutes, yes.
So here we go, kind of running over to Cantlin. I feel like we're about to see a big old fairy water purchase.
And my least favorite sentence to read in this game is, Thou haven't a key to use.
Yep, that's never a fun thing to see. Finding out you're fully stocked up on herbs at the current moment. At this point, it looks like you are making the run to Sherlock. You said, hey, I'm going to go find that death necklace, and we're going to go try to make a win out of this. Unfortunately, we're going to have to stop somewhere and heal up first, because we've got 13 magic. That's not going to do it in Dragon Lord.
I did that in a race last year also. Went in, got everything all set up, and then forgot to actually heal at the end. Chanted Repel right in front of it, and then just walked off.
I think we've all done that at some point. But there you go. You're kind of about to get him going, oh, whoops, I should probably heal up. Yeah, there's the Repel cast, and here we go. And heading back in, I think you decided to go up to 19.
Yeah, after going through resources with the Red Dragon, I think that was the sign that just needed more.
And I don't blame you. Those Red Dragons still hit hard, even with 86 defense. So yeah, going back in, trying to go for one more level. That level being at, let's see, 17,500, I believe.
I think it's 16.5.
Up 16.5, Mike letting us know in chat. That's after level 19, it's 3,000k more per level. Well, sadly enough, this is not a Math Girl seed. This was an Angel FM seed. This is a broadcast from back on the 7th. And, yeah, this has been a thing. This has been a thing.
Out of energy at not even playing it this time.
I feel like you were out of energy playing this one probably about 45 minutes ago. But I feel like this one, even on the commentator side of things, this one feels like a slog, and it absolutely is. I mean, it's rare you see, as I said before, you're almost at the point. Mirachi picking up level 15 here. You're almost at 10,000 experience lead. 10,000. Something I never thought I'd say in this commentary booth, that you had that big of an experience lead, but oh my goodness, is it just insane. And the fact that Murashu is choosing to grind on the Red Dragons instead of the Spike Tile. 2 power, 4 speed, 10 hit points, 12 magic. That's not much better.
It sure isn't.
I mean, at this point, I'm thinking we're just going to 20. I mean, I absolutely would just sit there and be like, yeah, let's just go, yeah, 78 strength at level 19. Right now, we are doing, for those of you who might be new to Dragon Warrior, for your damage to the Dragon Lord, take away the 100 spot. Have to be over 100 to damage it. Take 100 away right off the bat. What you're left over with, divide that in 2. That's your max. So right now we are at 118. Take the 100 out, that's 18. Divide that by 2, that's 9. Our maximum is 9. Divide that in half by, again, round down. Our minimum is 4. 4 to 9 damage is what we're doing at the current moment. Now, we do have some good news, well, if you call it good news, down in Charlock. The fact that we know the Death Necklace has to be down there. That'll give you plus 10. The Fighter's Ring has to be down there somewhere. That would give you an additional plus 2. So there's 12 more AP for the taking down there, which will get you up to 130, which gets you in the 7 to 15 range, which is a lot more manageable. Is that what we're kind of thinking here?
Absolutely, both of them. Thinking about both of them.
And then hoping that neither one of them is on the judges' table.
Yeah, if the Fighter's Ring's on the judges' table, I leave it. And if the Death Necklace is, I have to get it.
Yeah, this is a situation you have to have the Death Necklace. But here we go. First floor of Charlock. We're going to go ahead and cast Radiant. We have the MP to spare. So our next in chat pointing out that 118 AP means you only need 25 or so swings. That's free, right? And to answer up to NG's question, 5 minutes into the seed, Stags reset and changed from Strength HP to Agility MP because our starting strength was 5, and our home zone was so bad, we couldn't even beat a Drakima, or not Drakima, a Drakee, for the 3 experience.
Yeah, the starting zone was really rough. As Math Girl's pointing out, it was over an hour for Murashu to get out of the starting zone.
Yeah, Murashu had not made it more than 10 steps outside of Tantagel until about the hour and 10-minute mark.
I got a pretty lucky hero walk to the armor in Grave 4 under the castle at about the 20-minute mark.
Yep, and that's been the difference of this seed is that early armor. Murashu did a brilliant thing. In the grave, first floor to grave, there was metal slimes. And Murashu did a metal slime grind. And that's how he basically kept pace with Stags on experience. Up until the point where, again, that hour mark, when Murashu got the armor and decided to make a run for it, and at that point, Stags just pulled away. But here we go. 150 chest is a torch. Hundred chest is empty. 250 is a curse belt. 200 is the Death Necklace. If you said 200, you would be correct. Give yourselves a prize in the form of a pat on the back. But not checking the other 2 chests for that Fighter's Ring.
I guess in that moment I just forgot about the Fighter's Ring and just ran.
I wonder if you're thinking, I don't want to get rid of one of my spots that has a fairy water for that Fighter's Ring to put it on.
I don't remember.
That's perfectly okay. You don't have to remember. All you gotta have to do is watch you hopefully take this Dragon Lord out with ease at this point. Because after 2 hours and 20 minutes, hey look, there's our first axe side of the seed. And it's an axe side on the spike tile. We're gonna go ahead and burn that hurt more because we can. And one last check of the stats as away we go. Bangalore asks if we want to rule the world. If we say no, we are called a fool, and here comes the death necklace.
I was really uncertain if I wanted to do that or not. I mean, I know I needed to, but just uncertain about just putting it on from the get-go. The town's so far away from the castle.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably the one hang-up I'd have is how far away any town is from where you start. I mean, yes, you've got the armor, you can heal walk, but with how close some of those red dragons were, yeah. But here we go, 14. $25. $36. $51, and I believe that is the last of our fairy water, so it's going to be nothing but attacks from here on out. 63. It's a low roll there. It's going to be 71.
Yeah, I was feeling optimistic until that 8 came out.
That's a good hit for 13. Gets us up to 84. That's going to bring us to 97. And with 64 MP, I feel like we're probably going to be a lock at this point, barring a miss menu. Now up to 97. Now we're down to 4 hurt wars, and if you've been keeping count, we're looking at about the 130 range, I believe, maybe a little bit higher. You feeling okay right now, or you still a little nervous?
I was mostly concerned I was going to get sniped at the finish line.
That 8 probably didn't help, did it?
Oh no.
But there we go. There's a roll of 9. Get your GGs out in chat as Stags came in and won this horrible seed at level 19 at 2 hours and 23 minutes and some odd seconds. We'll find out for sure momentarily. Angel FM saying, horrible, I loved it. Yeah, you would, Angel. You would.
So, Marashu, at this point, is at level 16, has the 64 strength.
Look at that, 15 metal slimes on your side. You did beat 3 of them. And you didn't fight nearly as many as Marashu did.
No, I'm guessing Marashu's in double digits there.
25 deaths, 36 ambushes. That was a seed. And GG's getting through it. I don't believe we have an official time, sadly.
I don't remember. I think it was about 2:24. I think our clock got started a little bit late. I think it was right around 2:24 even. Question in chat about regrets about doing Agility MP. Yes, absolutely, completely, complete regret. However, I don't know that I would have been able to get down to get the armor without it. And then going in and getting the 2 metal slimes. Definitely, I think that got me up to level 5, and that made things going.
Yeah, Zarnax in chat giving us the official final time was 2 hours, 24 minutes, and 40 seconds. And I want to point out at this point, I'm not sure, again, this could change a little later on, but we're actually still sticking this out. Even after 2.5 hours and seeing your opponents finished, still going to keep grinding up, still going to keep trying to take out this seed, and much props to him for doing so.
Yeah, it was right about here, I think, that I dropped in and watched. Yeah, you can see right there. Opened up his stream to see how he was doing.
Yeah, so the question that we're waiting to see is going to be, what level is Murashu going to have to go to? I know you went up to 19, and it was enough to get you there with the death necklace, but that string, look at that, it's still white. It's not even orange, it's white. That's almost unheard of, especially at level 19.
Yeah, there was a lot in here that I was uncomfortable about. Made sure to load up on Fairy Waters and have that all set up. I had the one torch. I probably could have sold it and added one more. But having the safety torch for walking down, especially if I had to come back up to get to the judges' table, so I wanted to hang on to that.
Yeah, don't blame me at all there. Definitely the smart move, just in case. But yeah, you see, level 17 for Murashu, a very, very nice strength number, but not going to help us at all.
So at this point, he should be able to grind up another level pretty quickly.
Yeah, these red dragons here in this little desert area, 350 a pop. Gonna need about 10 of them to get to another level, maybe a little less. So shouldn't be too long to get to 18, and then we'll have to see what kind of strength gain we get there, and if Murashu decides that that's going to have to be it, or if he decides I need another one.
There was a decent-sized gain at 19 for me. But being with that strength build, I want to say at 18 probably would be pushing 80 on strength at that point.
So we'll find out pretty quickly. Gets the crit on the red dragon, employing the just crit strategy again. the meantime, I'm going to take a quick opportunity, first off, to thank Math Girl for picking up the restream on this, making sure we were able to get this podcast off. Much love to her for picking this up. Stags, I want to thank you for being here with me. I know this was a slog to play through and probably wasn't very fun to watch it go through again, but for being here to give insight was absolutely wonderful. It's always fun to have a runner on one of these podcasts and kind of pick their brain at what they were thinking at that time. So thank you very much.
Well, thanks both to you and Math Girl also. I really wanted this one to end up on a podcast, whether I was in the booth or not. Really wanted it, just because of how difficult and how different the beginning was, and just to be able to interact and see what chat had to say about it. Because that's really how we get better at this game. Also, that interaction is incredibly helpful. Getting comms and chat talking about it, we can work through things, see side by side with other runners. It's very helpful.
And
for what it's worth, Math Girl, yes, I did ask for a reroll.
And here's going to be level 18 for Marashu. It is 13, 1, 2, 6. That will put him at 82 and 122. So it'll be 132 with the death necklace. And yeah, that looks like we're going to be going.
Hey, his strength is a different color. What's going on with that?
For those of you who might not know what our, I know Stags does, he's just playing with me, but for all your stats, red is bad. Red is very bad. You never want to see red. White is okay, you're working on it. Orange is, yeah, maybe, probably able to do this on this strength, or this stat, but you really want to go up to green. Green is safe. So that 82 is in the orange range. It's not the best in the world. You see your attack power is still white, but get a death necklace, that'll jump up to 132 and be a lot happier with that. I just now got a chance to reread chat and see Zardak shouting me out for being the only person in this stream not to know how long this race was. And I'm glad I stepped in at the last second to be here in the booth. And while this is a long one, it's been fun. It's been fun to watch. It's been fun to pick Stags' brain about. And again, I'm still a newbie to this game. As much as I can, talk and spout out stats and everything, I'm still very new to this game myself. So I enjoy kind of watching other runners take on a hard seed and learn from that. So it's a very welcoming community, very fun. If you haven't already, feel free to join the Discord. You can exclamation Discord in chat, I believe. We'll bring up the link. Also check out the DWR Randomizer site, which Mike just put into chat. Very fun game, very easy to get into, and lots of people who will hop in and help out and give you all kind of advice, and just great people all around.
Yeah, and we end up often there are evening just friendly community races, just kind of the Dragon Warrior equivalent of pickup basketball. 4 to 10 people will get together and just run a race, and then you get a little chatter about that afterwards too. Lots of opportunities to really play and interact.
But while Marashu is making his dive down, I'm just going to take a quick moment. After the flurry of activity of races we've had over the last 2 days, we have a paltry 4 races scheduled for tomorrow. We've got Marashu right here taking on Labido at 5 o'clock. At 10, we've got NS Carnality taking on Centroid 41. Oh, sorry, that's at 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, we got Jay Schmidt taking on Lord Ascent. And at 11 o'clock, we got Big Slamu taking on Stags28. Well, I'm sure we will get at least one of those races, maybe two, put on the restream, so definitely keep an eye on this channel for any of those that do get picked up. And the reason I go over this now instead of waiting till the end of the seed like we normally do is because it's been 2.5 hours. When this seed ends, we're probably just going to be like, we're done, bye.
Pretty sure that Murashu is going to decline an interview at this point.
If Rashi hops in here for the interview, I will laugh so hard. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe we are all the way to the U room already. So, making good progress down here. Haven't run into too many things that are going to be problematic for us. Should be able to get the rest of the way down here, pick up that death necklace, and still with full resources in terms of MP. So, should not have a problem at all. Zardex, let me update you. I think Murashu saw your ping if he wanted to do comms and decided to go to bed instead.
I didn't see if Murashu filled up on fairy waters. Oh, yep, there it is. Aha.
So the bottom chest was empty. That means it was either a key or an herb. And then picks up the death necklace, does not even go looking for the fighter's ring, says, you know, I'm done. Let's just finish this seed. It's been a long seed.
I do find it a little bit humorous that we waited all the way until the bottom floor of Sharlock to be inundated with Axe Knights.
Now, we didn't see a single one all seed until we got down here. And honestly, by the time we saw them, we're like, meh. We've taken on so many red dragons and golems, and they have hurt more too. Funny. Stag's just gonna, or sorry, Murashu's just gonna punch straight through this Axe Knight. Not even gonna waste the resources on, well, okay, now we might race to heal or to hurt more. No, just punches him one more time, takes him out, and heads over to Dragon Lord. Well, Werewolf first, but heads to Dragon Lord, and we should have a Dragon Lord fight here momentarily. There you go. Dragon Lord says, will you stand with me? We say no. He calls us a fool, and away we go.
This one's looking pretty optimistic at this point. 12 heal mores.
And we're doing 8 to 16 per, plus we have the fairy waters that are doing 9 to 16 per. So, should be pretty well. Didn't take too much damage. Barring a back attack here, should be able to get the opening double. Oh, we don't like seeing that. That's a roll of 10. Followed by a 9. Ugh. There we go. That's what I want to see. We are at 34 at the current moment. $48. $56. Don't want to see that low roll. There we go. That's a good roll. That's going to be 72. $84. $94. And we still got 5 humors in the bank. We are at 106. No, 110. 110. $120. So we've got 4 humors. We need to average 10 over the next 4 hits to get a win, so we should be fine. There's 11. That's 131. $142.
I think this one's probably going to get there.
$154. So the next shot's going to kill. We're going to go ahead and use that safety or humor just in case, but this one's going to take the cake. 165 beats the 158 that the Dragon Lord had. Get your GGs out in chat for Murashu. Gonna finish this race, unfortunately in second place, but honestly, let's be honest here. Finishing this seed, that's a victory in and of itself.
Thank you again, Gambit. Thank you, Math Girl. Let's see, who put this one together? Is this Zarnax wrapping this all together? Oh, and definitely thank you, Angel, for rolling this.
Thank you so much to everybody involved. Thank you everybody who came out to watch this afterwards. This was an absolute blast just to kind of see how the twists and turns of everything. So, Stags, thank you so much again for being in the booth with me for this.
It was absolutely my pleasure.
But right now, I think we're looking to see if we have any raid targets out there. And it looks like we are probably going to be heading off to Speed Gaming. They're doing one of the Zelda 1 randomizer races for the All Boards, No Swords. Again, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll see everybody back here at some point tomorrow, hopefully, for one of the other restreams. Have a good night, everybody.